Okay, moving on to presentation. What is presentation? Presentation is how you appear to the rest of the world. It's a little bit like how you dress. When you dress for business, you can dress formally or informally or extremely informally. You can wear clothes that say, I don't care about the exterior, the interior is important. And something similar can happen with email. You can be formal or informal or extraordinarily informal. And we're going to talk about what's best, because the way that you present yourself will strongly affect how well your email performs, whether it gets the response that you want. First section of presentation, a few rules regarding salutations. Salutations are how you begin and end your email. And a couple of these rules are fairly rigid. They're a leftover from the days of commercial correspondence. So it's a good idea to know these rules. The first one is that when you don't know the person's name, you say, dear sir or madam, and you finish with yours faithfully. Instead, when you know the person's name, then you start with the title and surname, and you finish with yours sincerely. The title, Mr. for men, Ms. for women, unless you are absolutely certain that they prefer either Miss or Mrs.
Un paio di cose, scusami se ti interrompo, mi chiedono ancora un po' il volume, quindi un po' troppo basso, se è possibile ancora mettere, e ancora un pochino più piano, perché questa listening comprehension è un po' faticosa.
Okay, I'll go back over this again.
Sì, grazie.
Okay, so I hope that's better, everybody.
Il volume è già migliore, sì, il volume va bene.
Okay. So the first part is when you don't know your correspondent's name. In that case, you start with dear sir or madam, and you finish with yours faithfully. This is a rigid rule. Instead, when you know the person's name in a formal or a neutral situation, then you start with dear, title plus surname, and you finish with yours sincerely, Mr. for men and Ms. for women, unless for women you know that they particularly prefer either Miss or Mrs. Notice that we should avoid giving people's Christian names in these titles, not dear Mrs. Catherine Jones, for example. The reason is because we would never refer in the street or in real life to hello Ms. Catherine Jones. We would say hello Ms. Jones or hello Catherine. What happens when we go informal? Email, even for business, is frequently informal, compared of course to the traditional formal letters. And some people prefer to receive more informal salutations also in business. This is a good form. Dear Catherine, regards. Keep the dear, it's universal, and regards is a good simple salutation at the end. But here there are no rigid rules. You have a lot of flexibility. You can also go more informal. Hi Kathy, best John. These particular forms are very fashionable at the moment, so if you want to be fashionable, these are the forms to use. And some people may think this is too informal for business, for work communication. It's not. It depends on who you are writing to and also the industry you work in. If you are working in a young industry like new technology or advertising with lots of young people, you will find they communicate this way. The important thing is to measure the level of formality that your correspondent is comfortable with. Don't force your correspondent to be more informal or more formal than he or she feels comfortable with. Okay. We have a lot of possible forms when we are informal. Here is a list in approximate, I stress the approximate, level of formality. Now, if you are writing to a group, there are various different options. You can give a name to the group, colleagues, subscribers, etc. Or generically all or everybody. In this case, I prefer to say simply greetings. It's simpler, more direct, and you progress immediately to the rest of your message. Again, keep the salutation at the end to a minimum.